Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel where we delve into the fascinating and often complex world of the British royal family. Today, we are exploring a development that many royal watchers are calling unprecedented. A moment where it appears Buckingham Palace has, perhaps compelled by circumstance, deviated from a long-held and deeply ingrained tradition to send a message that was anything but subtle. Before we immerse ourselves in the details of this intriguing event, if you appreciate our coverage of these royal narratives, please do take a moment to give this video a like. Your support helps us continue bringing you these in-depth reports. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss any of our future updates on the monarchy. Now, let us turn our attention to the heart of this matter. For generations, the cornerstone of the royal family's public relations strategy has been a steadfast adherence to the principle often summarized by the phrase, "Never complain, never explain." This was a philosophy championed and perfected during the long and distinguished reign of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It dictated a policy of dignified silence in the face of public criticism, media speculation, and even personal revelations. The palace traditionally maintained a neutral stance, choosing to issue statements only on official engagements, matters of state, or significant family milestones, carefully sidestepping commentary on private affairs or the myriad rumors that inevitably swirl around such a prominent institution. This tradition served to protect the mystique of the crown, to prevent the monarchy from being drawn into the often undignified fray of public debate or celebrity culture, and to maintain an aura of stoic resilience. It was a boundary, a protective shield against the relentless gaze of the world. However, the dynamics within the royal family have shifted considerably in recent years, particularly following the decision by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, to step back from their roles as senior working royals. Their subsequent move to California and their engagement with various media platforms have introduced new challenges and, it seems, potentially new responses from the palace. The relationship between Prince Harry and his family, specifically his father, King Charles III, and his elder brother Prince William, the Prince of Wales, has been widely reported as strained. This widening gap, this apparent feud as it is often labeled, has been a subject of intense public interest and media coverage. Despite this, and despite Prince Harry himself expressing a desire for reconciliation in various interviews, the palace had, until recently, remained consistent with its long-standing policy. There had been no official statements addressing the personal tensions, the perceived slights, or the public commentary from California. Silence was the chosen path, the traditional response. But something appears to have changed. The catalyst for this potential shift, according to recent reports, stems from a video shared by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This particular piece of footage garnered significant attention when it surfaced, reportedly shared on Meghan Markle's Instagram account. The video was said to have been related to a momentous time for the couple, the period right before the birth of their daughter, Princess Lilibet Diana, Mountbatten-Windsor. The content of the video was decidedly informal and personal, depicting a heavily pregnant Duchess of Sussex dancing and, according to reports, twerking alongside Prince Harry. The backdrop for this lively scene was described as a labor room. The accompanying music was the song "Baby Mama." This was not a formal portrait or a carefully curated official announcement. It was a seemingly spontaneous, highly personal moment shared publicly. The video, once released, rapidly accumulated millions of views across various platforms, a testament to the global interest in the Sussexes. However, the reaction was not universally positive. While some viewers may have found it endearing or authentic, the response among certain circles, particularly royal experts and, it is suggested, within the royal family itself, was notably critical. The move was reportedly dubbed cringe and embarrassing, phrases that suggest a strong sense of discomfort or disapproval regarding the public sharing of such an intimate and informal moment, especially one related to a royal birth. Now, this is where the narrative takes a fascinating turn, suggesting a deviation from the expected royal protocol. On a recent Wednesday, Buckingham Palace hosted a reception for the King's Trust, a charity founded by King Charles III, formerly the Prince's Trust, that helps young people, Among the guests invited to this prestigious event were Jamie Lang and Sophie Habu, a couple known to many from their appearances on the reality television show Made in Chelsea and their popular podcast. During their visit to the palace, Jamie Lang and Sophie Habu filmed a short video. The nature of this video was described as cheeky, and it appeared to playfully mimic or poke fun at the dance moves seen in Meghan Markle's baby mama video. It was a lighthearted, perhaps even irreverent take on a moment that had clearly registered with the public and, as it turns out, potentially with the palace itself. The significant development occurred immediately after this video was posted online. Within mere minutes of Jamie Lang and Sophie Habu sharing their playful imitation, the *official* Instagram page of the royal family, the primary digital voice of the institution, representing King Charles III and the working royals, took an action that has since sparked widespread discussion and analysis. The official account left a comment on Jamie and Sophie's video. The comment was brief, consisting of just 2 words and a series of emojis. "We see you." Let's unpack the potential implications of this seemingly small digital interaction. Firstly, the very act of the official royal family account commenting on a video posted by guests, especially a video that appeared to be referencing and mildly mocking a controversial personal video shared by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, is highly unusual. It represents a clear departure from the traditional never complain, never explain approach. For decades, the palace's social media presence, while growing, has largely remained formal, focused on official duties, historical facts, and public announcements. Engaging directly with content that references internal family dynamics, even implicitly, is not standard practice. Secondly, the content of the comment itself is loaded with potential meaning. "We see you." This phrase, combined with the emojis, a pair of eyes and a wink, can be interpreted in multiple ways, none of which align with a neutral, silent stance. The eyes emoji suggests awareness, vigilance, and perhaps even surveillance. It implies that the palace is not oblivious to what is being posted and discussed online, particularly in relation to the family. The wink emoji adds another layer. It can convey a sense of shared humor, knowingness, or even complicity. In this context, placed under a video that mimics Meghan Markle's dance, the wink could be interpreted as the palace acknowledging the humor in the mockery, or perhaps even subtly endorsing the sentiment of disapproval that many felt towards the original video. Consider the timing, just minutes after the video was posted. This detail is crucial. It suggests that the royal family's social media team, and potentially those overseeing it, were actively monitoring online content related to the palace and its guests. More significantly, it implies a rapid decision-making process to engage with this specific piece of content. This wasn't a delayed, carefully considered official statement. It was an almost immediate, digitally native response. The combined effect of these elements, the breaking of the silence tradition, the content of the comment, the use of emojis, and the speed of the response, has led many to conclude that this was a deliberate, albeit subtle signal from Buckingham Palace. It suggests that the family's perceived disapproval of the Sussexes' public activities, particularly those deemed overly personal or potentially undignified, is not only evident, but that the palace is now willing to acknowledge this or at least hint at it through public channels. The interpretation that the family's disapproval appears evident stems from this public engagement. By commenting on a video that mocked the Sussexes' latest stunt, the palace is seen by some as not only acknowledging the existence and impact of the Sussexes' video, but also aligning itself, however subtly, with the critical reaction it received. It's as if the palace is using the platform provided by others, Jamie and Sophie's video, and the tools of the digital age, social media comments and emojis, to communicate its position without issuing a formal, potentially more damaging statement. This strategy, if indeed it is a deliberate shift, represents a move towards using less than subtle hints to send a pointed message across. It's a modern digital age approach to the old problem of managing public perception and responding to challenges from within the family fold. Instead of the impenetrable wall of silence, we see a more porous boundary, allowing for carefully curated digital signals. This development is particularly noteworthy when contrasted with the palace's previous handling of the very public estrangement between Prince Harry and his family. Despite the numerous interviews, documentaries, and memoirs that have detailed the rifts, the official palace line remained consistently silent. The hope for reconciliation, often voiced by Harry, seemed to hang in the air without a public response from the other side of the Atlantic. This new digital comment suggests that while formal statements on the feud may still be off the table, the palace is not entirely unwilling to use other means to communicate its awareness or stance. It signals that the palace is indeed aware of everything that is happening, as the "We see you" comment implies. It's a declaration of vigilance in the digital space. It suggests that the actions of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, even those shared on their personal social media, are being observed and, when appropriate, might elicit a response, albeit an unconventional one. For an audience aged 55 plus, who may have grown up with the image of a stoic, reserved royal family, this kind of public digital engagement can feel quite startling. It signifies how even the most ancient institutions are adapting, or perhaps being forced to adapt, to the realities of the 21st century media landscape. The controlled environment of official press releases is now supplemented, or perhaps challenged, by the immediate informal world of social media comments and viral videos. This incident invites us to consider several questions. Is this a one-off event, a momentary lapse in traditional protocol? Or does it signify a more fundamental shift in how Buckingham Palace intends to manage its image and respond to public challenges in the age of instant communication and pervasive social media? Are we entering an era where the royal family will use digital platforms to send signals and messages that they would never convey through formal channels? The decision to comment on a video that playfully mocked the Duchess of Sussex's personal content just minutes after it was posted feels too timely and too specific to be accidental. It strongly suggests a calculated move, a modern twist on royal communication. It allows the palace to acknowledge the conversation happening around the Sussexes without directly engaging with the deeper, more complex issues of family dynamics or specific allegations made by Harry and Meghan. It's a form of communication that leverages popular culture and social media trends to deliver a subtle but potentially impactful message. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the evolving relationship between the royal family and the public, the challenges posed by the digital age, and the ongoing narrative surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It demonstrates that even in the heart of one of the world's oldest monarchies, the rules of engagement are being rewritten, sometimes in real time, with a few words and a couple of emojis. What are your thoughts on this development? Do you see this as a significant change in palace strategy, or simply an isolated incident? How do you interpret the "We see you" comment? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. We always value your perspective. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look at this fascinating royal update. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative and thought-provoking, subscribe to our channel for more analysis of royal news, and perhaps check out our other videos on related topics. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you for watching.